Hello guys, welcome back to the Omega Beast channel, and today I'll be playing Sheltered once again. And I remember the last time I mentioned I was going to play Sheltered, I was going to do a story, so I might do this as an actual thing. With some videos I may just tell a story, just to make y'all get to know me better, and I might call this The Time and then I'll decide either Tuesday or Thursday because alliteration, it's a good thing. And so this time I'll be telling the story about me going to Disneyland as a band trip. It was in April, and we were going to the trip, and I had a friend, I believe I already gave him a name, I don't remember, but if not, I'm going to call him Shadow. He was pretty much the main one with me on that trip, and this is where it gets very funny, because let me just explain. So, he is a good friend, very good friend, but he was pretty much with me that whole trip. He's younger than me, so we were not, we met in high school, blah blah blah. He's younger than me and all that. And that's when we met. He's like 2 years younger than me. And so on the trip, I'm not going to explain the time at the airport because that was really one of the fun. I'm going to explain the first day there. The first day we were exploring LA, because we flew there, because band trip. We flew there, and so we were just enjoying the day, seeing everything. We stopped at this one big place. There was a ton of different variations of food. I don't remember what it was called, but there was like sushi, there was like ramen, there was like pizza, there were like other foods and etc. We were going, but we didn't go there yet. We were exploring around that whole block, and eventually when we went there, I got sushi. It was amazing. Let's go to. And I'm a nerd. The whole time in that trip, I just popped up Pokemon Go and I was like, let's catch a Pikachu. But the funny thing is, what happened after that, because it honestly was scary, I was just minding my own business walking, and my friend Shadow watched this happen. Like, I swear, he watched it happen. He was just there on the side of this one dude, and this one dude literally walked up to me, and I swear, he looked like Machete. Like, he could, if Machete ever retired from acting and they needed a new Machete, it could be him. The only problem is he's probably the same age, if not older than Machete. And so, about that, it's kind of funny because like he looked at me with the most soulless stare. Like, it was tragic. It scared me. Like, I have no words because it was just that bad. Like, I honestly thought I was like gonna get seriously hurt or wounded. Cause like he literally looked at me. He literally stared me in the eyes for a moment, expecting me to move. I was just minding my own business, and he was just like, literally. Imagine a person staring into your soul and literally chasing you around forever. Imagine you just encountering Jason Bourne. I couldn't think of him. Like, you. Was that the one with the pencil? No, that was the Jesus Christ of Jason Bourne. Whatever. So, I'm gonna say. Let me think of a better. I'm just gonna say Michael Myers, for example, him just chasing you constantly, and like, you know, his soulless, he's so strong, and he literally walked up to me, stared me in the eyes, and expected me to move, and I was just here like, terrified because and my friend Shadow was literally looking on the side laughing, like didn't burst out laughing like, you know, a common laugh. He was like what's it called, he was just there like trying to keep it in, and his face was all puckered up like, this guy gonna die, and I'm just here like, I don't want to die. And so eventually I moved to the side and he just walks along minding his business. I'm just like, I almost died on a band trip, and that's that's really bothersome. Like, let's be real. I almost died on a band trip. A band trip. I don't think anyone should have to go through that. Like, a person almost dying on a band trip, that's very tragic. Because, like, I was no lie, I was just minding my own business, enjoying my time, and he just walks up, like, move, and I'm just like, okay. I promise you, I was scared. I was so scared. And no, I'm making it sound like, oh, like, no. No, he literally had the stairs the intention to kill. After that moment, we went around, going around the rest of LA, and it was very fun. We went to the Hollywood sign, we went to this huge, I wouldn't say museum, I'd say like, it was kind of museum-like. There's like a telescope, it's like super high up in like the mountains. It was amazing, the view was amazing. I took a picture there. A picture where if I were like fallen back or the wind was too strong, I would have fallen and plummeted into my death. The picture though, I think I took it. I don't remember. I took it for someone or I was the one being taken the picture. But it was an amazing picture. I enjoyed it. Either one, if because like I'm not good at photography. If I took it and I took it, but it like the view was just nice. The person who was in it was just, it was a great view of the lower part of California, LA. But if I was in the view, it probably looked ugly. But like the view was just amazing. Like I enjoyed every second of it. And so that night pretty much ended the way it was. The next day, we went to Disneyland, and through the whole day it was fun because was in a group with like me, Shadow, and like four other people. And the first ride we went to was like a little baby ride. I don't remember what it was called. I really don't. Um, don't remember much of that ride. It just wasn't that memorable, I believe. Why is everything going so slow? Oh, okay. I fixed it. And so the first ride was not that interesting, but the second ride we were waiting for a bit. We were playing Never Have I Ever in the line while we were waiting, and learned a lot of interesting things about each and every person and learned about me and etc. And it was fun. And so eventually we went on. The line we were waiting for was Mission Breakout, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, if you know what I'm talking about. It was a nice ride, very fun. And so, in that time while we were exploring it, looking at it, having fun, we rode the ride, and there was a total of 6 of us on that ride. And so, the most hilarious thing happened. We went on the ride, and it goes up and down, up and down. It's like the Superman at Six Flags, if you ever been, or I don't know any other rides around the world. But what's it called? At the point of the picture, because they take a picture, and the picture was us 6. Each of us had a different facial expression. One was like literally having fun. One was screaming so badly. I looked uncomfortable because like I felt a feeling up in my gut. Because gravity, and everyone was sort funny, and it was hilarious because like the picture was beautiful. Like each of us had a different face, had a different facial reaction, and I think it was just that funny. And everyone was like, no, it doesn't make sense, but like I thought it was funny because most people will be scared. No, each of us had a different emotion upon that ride, and it was hilarious. Once we got off that ride, I think the next part that happened was a friend. A friend needed, what's it called? Assistance. Like, it was sad. We felt bad for him. That friend needed help to get away from this one chick. Because this one chick had like a big crush on him. And so that me and like everyone else could not abandon him. We felt bad because he didn't like her, he didn't want Emba, and she would not leave him alone. So we literally took them two into our group to prevent him suffering. No, that was later that night. During another day, we went on a ride and had more fun and etc. And I remember one time it was like a water ride where you sit on and it spins around. That's like in a lot of amusement parks. And so that water ride, me and the other people I were with, we were going up it and we were just doing a chant. because the first time we went it, we did it, and then we went on again the second time. And the second time was hilarious because we were going up it, and we were just having a whole on chant. We were just like hoo, ha, kumbaya, who, and it just kept going faster and faster, and eventually one of us were talking like, my people have been going across this land looking for water and we need it today, and it just kept going, and eventually there was more away, away, and it was hilarious. And so there were people in front of us judging us with the most weird stare, and the people behind us looking at us from a distance like they're crazy. And so by the time we went down, we were like, ah, like, you know, that iconic Dragon Ball Z scream, huh? And it was hilarious. And eventually when we got off there, like, that's when we took in our friend to help him out. And so after that, me and Shadow had to go use the restroom. And it was hilarious because Shadow had to use the restroom. And all the way there, he was talking in the voice of the Hua Kumbaya, like, my people and all that. And so I had enough. And so I literally made him uncomfortable. I really did. Because he was actually peeing in a urinal and already finished. And so I walked up and he was still talking. I was like, so you're going to keep doing that? You're gonna keep talking? And I made him uncomfortable because I was literally talking next. I made him uncomfortable. I felt like that was messed up, but I did that. And so eventually he was like, can you stop? And I was like, splishy, spashly, bubbly, bubbly. And I just kept saying it. And I kept flushing the toilet right next to him too, just making him more uncomfortable. And he was seriously like, I hate you. And to this day, every time I say it to him, he just looks at me like, I hate you. This reminds me of another story though, of time 2 years before, 2 years before, there was another band trip where we went to Disney World, and that story will be for another time. But back to the story. So I made him so uncomfortable with that, and it was quite hilarious. Oh, I'm getting so distracted. I should be playing the game. No, I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this. And so I made him so uncomfortable, and we were leaving. We were walking back, and he kept going, and I was just like, I'm just gonna run away from you. And he was like, I wasn't giving any effort, but he was giving a tiny bit of effort, I would say. Because he literally was trying to like talk over my neck and be like, you will acknowledge my existence. And so I literally tried escaping. I tried ignoring him. I had enough of it. I really did. But what made it all the better was, what's it called? What's it saying? What made it all the better is that he kept literally trying his hardest. And so I was just like, hey man, no. And he was like, hey man, yes. And so at that moment, things got funny, things got really funny, hilarious even. And so at that point, we eventually went through the night with more fun and went on a couple more rides. And so I'm gonna leave it in slow motion because it just looks more interesting. Just kidding. And so after that, we just had more fun. The night ended, and eventually went to the next day. The next day, we went back to Disney. When we went to the other one, it was like, actual Disneyland is the something adventure, and so most of the friends went to the other side. And we were having, this isn't much of a blast too. We got lost in that part, several separations. Like, I'm pretty sure if you played Smash Bros. Brawl, this is literally what happened. We joined together, some characters split off, and then some characters joined back, and then some new characters come out, and then other people split off. And it was just crazy, because we were just having fun throughout the park. Like, me and Shadow were pretty much together for like 90% of that day. And the last 10%, because I believe he wanted to ride a Space Mountain, and so with other friends, because I rode Space Mountain at Disney World, and they're probably not exactly the same because, you know, most places will be different about the rides and etc. But I already ready when, so it wasn't a big deal. Playing Pokemon Go throughout the day, and it was fun. I had a blast. I don't think that day had many more iconic moments than the first Disneyland day. I don't think it had more iconic moments. There was one iconic moment where... No, I'm thinking about the first day where, what's it called? I went to, for dinner, we went to all places, and I had dinner, I had, shrimp Alfredo. And so turns out there was like the poop thing on the shrimp, and I literally did not eat for the rest of the night. I literally felt disgusted. I felt like, nah, man, it's not fun. Like the event could have been better, but no, I was devastated. I was wanting my food, and that's what I got. Like I was sad. You know what? Sad's an understatement. I was very sad. I was disappointed. Like, cause I like shrimp Alfredo, but like that, no. I was devastated. I don't think I was quite happy after that. I was very sad. And it's like, you know how it is when you like really want something, you're just like, nah, man, you get disappointed. And I was looking forward to it. Like I think I waited 10 minutes for it too, for the food, and it was just like, no. But back to the second day of Disneyland, there were not a lot of iconic moments. Really, the end of the day, we went back to the other park, I believe, to get dinner. And so the chick that was with our one friend that was liking our one friend really was explaining to me how he felt about him. And I was just like, I felt bad because I was like, he doesn't like you, but I don't want to just flat out be like, hey yo, he don't like you. Like, I wouldn't know how to put myself in that situation. It's very iconic, not iconic, very tragic. And so she was just explaining it. And through the whole 2 days, no lie, I was looking for gifts for my parents, three of my close friends, and no, it was five of my close friends, I believe. And what's it called? My girlfriend now, who's my girlfriend now, but she was my girlfriend then. I got her a gift because I was gonna ask her to band banquet. Um, and so I was like, let me just hit that up real quick, get a good gift for that, and it worked out very good. The day of band banquet, she did become my girlfriend. That may be a story all alone, band banquet, but might not. And so after that, the night ended. I felt bad. I eventually got all my gifts though, so that was good. The next day was our trip to the Santa Monica Pier, and the trip to the Santa Monica Pier was alright. We didn't stay for those days because after the Santa Monica Pier, half of us went home right then to get on the plane and go home, and the other half stayed for probably a bit longer than went home, or they were just at the airport waiting for an extra bit of time. Blah blah blah. But we eventually got the Santa Monica Pier was alright. It was not fun. I remember two friends were literally throwing complete amount of sand at each other. And so eventually they like went to the shower things to like just wash off, and it was just like bruh, because they had to get back on the plane, and they were sandy, like they were literally drenching each other with sand, like it was ridiculous. But after that, we went to the airport, went home. Me and Shadow made laughs before we got on the plane, trying to eat. We're all just pretty much trying to find food to like take onto the plane and then eat on the plane. I don't remember what I ate. And through that whole trip, that was actually my first time to Disneyland. 2 years before that, though, I went to Disney World, and that'll be another time story that I'll explain eventually. But yeah, that one was fun. I made a lot of great memories there. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Trust me, a lot of laughs. The laughs were hilarious, especially the splishy, splashy, bubbly, trying to traumatize Shadow. But yeah, it was a very fun adventure. I know I didn't play really much. I didn't really play much in this episode, but like in all honesty, this was pretty much just more for like story, and so you might not enjoy the content that was being played, but like this was pretty much more of a story kind of thing, just to explain like, hey, this is my life, this is my story in a nutshell, and all that. And like you may be thinking, why would I want to know about this loser? Honestly, I wouldn't know. Why would you want to know about me? Not the point though. And so I just thought would be a good just to tell a story and all that. If you didn't like it, Yeah, I'm sorry. I might actually make this like a full-on series thing, like a full-on series. No lie. And which is not entirely bad because I mean most people enjoy that. Um, what's the thing? Most people like enjoy when people tell stories about them just to get to know them and understand them. And I thought that was a good story. That was probably my first story I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do more, obviously, but I just thought it was really good to do. I could have been wrong. Other people probably would have enjoyed something else, but I honestly thought it was good to do. And so that was honestly the time where I went to Disneyland. Had to think about it because I was like, they're different, two different parts of the world. And so Disneyland was a lot of fun, great, had a blast, amazing friends. Um, Wish I could go back with the friends I had and my girlfriend. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was a really fun experience. The gifts I got, everyone they enjoyed it. One of my friends, the sailor, I got a Funko Pop because he enjoys those. But it was like a limited edition one that's only exclusive to the Gardens of the Galaxy ride. And so when he got it, he was just like, "Bro, you my homie." And I was like, "Nah, man, you my homie." Yeah. And then what I got my girlfriend was Belle, a Belle doll, because she loves Beauty and the Beast. And so I was like, "Yeah." And I made that doll into a proposal for Band Banquet. I'm not gonna say it because it was cringy. I may say it when I tell that Band Banquet story, but yeah. So I'm gonna leave the video here. Leave comments down below if you liked telling the story. Leave comments just so I can improve my video in any way how you want me to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Press the notification bell to let you know when I upload more videos, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.